Hello, Sebastian Craft here, and welcome back to episode number 21 of Cherry Vanilla Survival. So yeah, we are over somewhere new, and as you saw, hopefully at least, from the time-lapse that was just before this, we are doing, what do we call it? Ocean Temple, whatever I call it, Creeper. Ocean Temple-related stuff. Well, at least we're gonna get started with this episode. I am going to finish the cactus farm. It's almost done. Just a few aesthetic things I need to work on, as well. I have to do the AFK test. This is being recorded, like, way in advance, so, bah. I will do an AFK test at one point in the next few weeks before the episode is released. But yeah. Let's hop, okay, but yeah, and the cactus farm, we should do some aesthetic stuff, and we will finish that in this episode just a little bit later on. I just want to sort of get started with this project. It's one more project to get started. Probably should finish a few ones first, but whatever. So yeah, as you can see, we are on a little island here. As you are from the time lapse, there is a couple ocean temples, or what I'm gonna call ocean monuments, near here. There's this one here, which is close to this little island that we're gonna make our home base here, and then and there's one that's probably about I haven't actually measured it, but I think it's about 300-ish blocks that way, I think, something like that. I'll have to look at the map again. So we're going to be doing a little cool base farm kind of project with this, and so just a quick explanation here. I'll go into more depth when we actually get started on the base and everything. But we're going to keep one of the water temples, most likely this one here, as our as a little sort of side base here, just because I want to do some experimentation with these materials. And so what we're probably going to end up doing is hauling out the inside of it, like obviously fighting the boss first, and hauling out the inside of it, and making it kind of cool base. So I'm going to probably leave most of the temple structure there, just keep it. And I might even leave some of the roof structure inside and just sort of make a cool base once we get rid of all the gardens and stuff. So that will be our base. And then at the other temple, what we're going to do is we're going to haul. We're obviously going to completely dry it out, completely destroy the temple. I'm going to make it into, or destroy as much as we need to. We're going to completely make it into a fully auto guardian farm. I'm not exactly sure what kind of design I'm going to go for, but most likely going to go pretty OP and go kind of crazy, most likely. But I could go for something a little bit small. I haven't quite decided yet. Depends on how much time I want to spend on it. But yeah, so that's what we're going to be doing. And then what we're going to do is we're going to have a cool ocean floor tunnel that goes between the two of them. And we'll also have a little bit of a base on this island here. We're going to have, maybe we might put the nether portal here or something like that, and have a little bit of a base here as well. At least for now, especially because they'll be useful as our sort of base operations for building the base and eventually building the farm as well. So that's how that's going to go. And I know we've only done a big time lapse this episode, but we're going to do another one here, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this island, most likely that island there too, and maybe this and this one, and most likely that one. I'm going to completely flatten it down to ocean level, just so that first of all it's easier to light up, to prevent any mob spawns on it, for safety reasons. There's also hopefully to increase the efficiency of the farm. And then if I find any other islands around here, which I'm pretty sure there is, I will do that to them too. But yeah, we're gonna flatten them, and as well as we'll just make Angle look cool and make a easier to build our little set operations here. So we're gonna probably yeah, flatten all these ones. I'm gonna do that in a little bit of a time lapse. So yeah, hopefully you enjoy it. I'll be back after it, and then probably what we'll do in the rest of this episode, we might fight the bosses this episode, most likely. I'm not exactly sure, as I said, I'm recording it on an event, so I'm not exactly sure what my temp schedule is going to be, but we'll probably go ahead and fight both the bosses in the temples, because we kind of have to do that to get started anyway, and do the preliminary planning for the base, and then we'll finish with finishing off the cactus farm. Anyways, I'll be back in a bit. Enjoy the time lapse. And I'm back, and I hope you enjoyed that little time lapse we had. We've been doing a lot of time lapse lately. We probably should stop doing that, but yeah. So the island has been flattened here, and I've also gone into, I didn't put it into the time lapse, but I've gone ahead and replaced all the blocks in here with sand, which took a little while actually. Oh, not sand. It was grass or dirt, and then it's grown into grass. It hasn't quite finished yet. I may change this. I may put some kind of artificial material in here. I'm not exactly sure. It might be a possibility, especially once we have the prismarine blocks and stuff like that from the temples. We might be able to do some kind of cool aesthetic for this island. But for now, grass. I've started placing down torches at turn of day though, so I'm finished. I'm trying to make them a little bit more organized. And so yeah, we gotta light up this. I'm not so sure exactly what I'm gonna do with this island, but now I'm obviously gonna have to light them up somehow. Try to increase the spawns. For the I guess it might not affect it so much for the Yellow Island, but I don't know, it might be a good idea. And I have to go around and make sure there's no Eder Islands anywhere near the Eder farm, the Eder temple, which is the more important one, because that's the one that's going to be the farm. So that's what we should be focusing on. But yeah, so the island's done here, and what we're going to be doing next, we're not going to actually fight. I said I was going to probably fight the Guardians in this episode. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do a special episode that will come up probably a few days after, or the next week after this episode, where we fight those the Guardians, and I think that'll be more interesting. And I'm going to try to get third-person stuff set up, etc. like that. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'm going to do a special episode for that. So I'm going to do a few more things on this island here for now, and then we'll spend the rest of the episode working on finishing up the cactus farm. And there's a few other little things I want to do. But yeah, the one thing I want to do here, I have a bunch of chests that are pretty much full of all the crap that one gets from mining stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna probably end up moving these a little bit more organized. I also want to put a portal in here. Whether this is gonna be the exact spot I'm gonna put the portal, I might actually probably sink it on the ground. Might look a little more interesting if it's on the ground. But for now, I'm gonna stick a portal here. Of course, I'm gonna put one in the nether, and I'll probably make a little nether passageway over. Even though I have a home set here, it's always good to have a way to get to here. Besides taking the boat, which, as you saw by the time lapse at the beginning, took, I don't know exactly how long. I think it took about a good part of an hour or 40 minutes something to walk here. So it's a little bit of a walk. So it'd be good to have another passageway to get here. So I'm gonna set up a nether portal and a passageway in here. Organize these chests. Do a few miscellaneous things, and then we'll move on to the sugarcane farm. So yeah, I'll be back in a bit. Okay, so if you followed me from very early on in the Cherry Vanilla series, or if you've seen those earlier videos, you know the first video is mostly comprised of me not being able to link up nether portals properly, or at least not being able to automatically link them up. But I think we are quite a ways from spawn. We're about almost 6,000 on one axis and 2,000 and we're a long way from spawn. So I'm hoping that there isn't a lot of bases around here that we might actually be able to just do that. I think I have a fire resist potion. I do. In here. So if we fall into lava, that's always good. And we're gonna go see, and maybe this will actually work instead of connecting up with somebody else's portal. So let's see what happens here. Okay. Okay, good spot. Kind of on the edge of a lake. A little bit dangerous. But let's see what happens when we go back through. So we may end up at our island, or we may end up at somebody else's base. Let's see. Yep, somebody else's base is here. So yeah, of course. I was kind of hoping that we might actually be able to get away with not having to link them up. Alright, this is a really nice base. I don't know whose base is this. Let's see if we can figure it out. It's a beacon, so they can't be that new. Actually, wait. I can figure this out. I know how to do this, I think. If you go and you find a chest, like, say this one, that's locked automatically, all you have to do is /C info. No. Maybe not. Yep, and it's Alex3131. You on right now? No. But anyways, that's the member obviously that's anyways. That's a good way of figuring out, I guess, whose base this is. This is really cool thing here. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and go back to the portal and have to go and link it up all in the nether and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And I'll be back in a minute. So I was about to start recording about this portal and I realized that I made it wrong. So yeah. Oops. Okay, that's a bit better. But yeah, precariously over this lava lake, we are positioned the portal in the right location to get to our base. So I don't know. We'll have to start making a passageway back to spawn. But what I do is I just went through that other portal, which is the portal that would become for that person's base. But yeah, I've made my portal here. So what I'm gonna do is light it up, and I think it should take us back to the temple and back again to the Nether again, hopefully. So we'll see. A little whirl here. Boom. Right back to the temple, and should get us back here to the thing, like so. So yeah, now I just got the giant job of making a tunnel back to spawn. Like, I believe I gotta go this way actually, and this way. So that way ish. Anyways, I'm gonna start doing that. I got a bunch of stone bricks on me. I can go back and get some more. This tunnel is completely useless, so I'm gonna probably tear it down. Just make it look a little nicer. And like that, I got my fire resist potion, so I don't kill myself. And yeah, I'll be back in a bit when I finish this passageway. And here we are back at the Nether Hub, and I've finished the little passageway. It didn't take too long. Nothing particularly interesting happened, but there's one thing I want to show you. This is the way we're actually going through the same passageways to get to the auto flower farm that we built. Actually, I guess it was a while ago. I haven't actually done anything fancy with this passageway. I probably won't do anything because it's a long passageway. It's over 1,000 blocks. But here it is. We just have to start walking here. And yeah, I guess I said you have to go about 200 blocks on this axis, on the x-axis, and about 700 blocks on the y-axis. So it's pretty big. So yeah, here we are. As you can see, there's a lot of nether fortresses around here. There's a really big one here. Huge one here. I guess mainly because it kind of looks really big because it's really high up in the air, so the passageways are really big. But also, if we head back over this way, there's a bunch here. There's a big one over there, and I think just sort of past on the other side of this hill here, I believe. Yeah, you kind of start seeing it here. It's huge. I'm assuming it's got to be 2 or 3 fortresses. There's like that one there, and then this one over here, like this. And I thought that was really impressive, and it's kind of a good spot. I'm assuming. I don't really know much about wither skeleton farms, but it's something I may do this season. I'm not exactly sure. I might actually probably sort of talk to some people and maybe do it as a sort of group event and have it sort of as a public server and have a bunch of people work, because it's a big project. But this seems like a kind of good spot. It's not particularly far from spawn, about 300 blocks from spawn here. But I would imagine that having this many pillars would give you a good selection of where you want to put the farm. So yeah, and then my passageway goes right through it. So it's good. So I might look into it in the next few months here. Talk to some people on the server and see if that's something that other people want to do, and we can maybe do a kind of group project with a farm. And I don't know, maybe I'll just do sort of a more manual one, or maybe I'll go full auto, I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to head back to the island and go ahead and maybe do a few more things. There's a chest, fiddle, all my stuff, and then I'm going to go ahead and get ready, and I'm going to get some resources together, and then we can get started on the sugarcane cactus farm decorations and stuff we're going to do this episode. So yeah, I'll meet you back in a second.
And I'm back, and yeah, stuff has happened. Just a quick over here. I've actually went ahead and sort of finished up the sort of edges of the little passage right here. I also fiddle a few things back at the island, but nothing major, so I'm not gonna head over there. But I was supposed to do a bunch of other stuff in the rest of this episode, and I did, and I recorded it. Everything went right with the sugarcane farm. All kinds of stuff went okay, and I went to editing, and Fraps decided, no, I don't really like you this week, so no audio for you. That just cut the audio from all the clips in the middle of the episode. So that worked out well. So I'm really sick, or not really sick, but I'm fairly sick. My voice is pretty shot right now, so I'm kind of sorry about that. But let's head back to the base. So what I'm going to do here is, because obviously that footage is there, but I'm not really going to do any, can't really do anything because it's got no commentary. I'm not going to redub 15 minutes worth of footage probably. So yeah, so what we're going to do is we're just going to head over to the base here and show you what we've done. It's nothing too major. This episode was kind of small because I've had vacation and stuff lately and been kind of busy, so I didn't get a whole lot done. So let's show you. We finished up the cactus farm, and I'm just going to give you a little tour here. So let's head to the top of the sky base. Yeah. I don't know why Frops does this. It does this sometimes. I don't know why. But also, Minecraft sounds on right now. Why? I don't know. Sometimes it does that too. I'm actually going to be reinstalling Windows. Hopefully this fixes some of the problems. I'm going to be next episode probably is going to be a little sneak peek of what's happening. The next episode is probably going to be a little bit shorter, just because I'm going to go ahead and completely reinstall Windows, upgrade to Windows 10, and reinstall Windows, copy all my files, which means I have to reinstall all my apps and stuff like that. It's a little bit of a process, but hopefully that'll fix some of the problems. But yeah, here's the sugarcane farm, and it's really, I didn't really do much. First of all, the smallest things first. I finished up all the glass that went up the middle layer like that. I've gone ahead and grown a whole bunch of grass using bone meal in the middle here. I'm not exactly sure if I like this or not, so I'm not sure if I'll keep it, but I kind of grown it like that. I'm not sure why, but I have. I don't know, I just thought it might need to use a bit more texture. I think it looks a little better than just plain grass, so I'm going to leave it like that. Also add some simple fences here. And then the main thing I was going to do, that's the main thing the rest of the episode was focuses on, was the wall around the edges here. So I wanted to do this for a little while. I went into creative and designed this little simple wall design, used some cactus in it to give it some color, etc. And went ahead and built it on episode, but none of that obviously on the audio, so it was kind of useless. But yeah, there it is. So I've gone ahead and built the wall all the way around like that. Nice and simple. And that is pretty much all we did for the rest of the episode. So yeah, you can see it goes all the way around. I built little arches around the passageways. Finished everything up. So this is done. This is a done project. Actually, the server shop actually is where I was going to be selling all the cactus green. This is kind of a useless farm to be using for from a whole lot else, because I don't think I need like this much cactus green times 4, because this is full the rest of this. But that's actually been shut down for some problems I was having before, so I'm not sure if that's coming up. So I don't know how useful this farm is going to be, but I think it was a really cool project, just as a proof of concept, to make pretty much the completely overpowered sugarcane cactus green farm. So yeah, so I got all the animation done. The only thing I could theoretically see myself adding to it is some way of getting items out of these chests and transporting them somewhere else. Because these chests will fill up eventually. Right now I just melting all the backup I have. It backed up because I didn't have it smelting sometimes when I was building, so it's been smelting a bunch. So yeah, that's what's happened in the rest of the episode. So next episode, actually no, that's not next episode. We're gonna have a bonus episode. I'm not sure if it's gonna be part 2 of this episode. It's probably just gonna be a highlight video actually of probably actually more like some kind of edited video or some kind of multiple perspective video of me fighting the guardians, or the guardian boss, we're gonna call it, in the 2 ocean temples that we have over the temple waste. Actually, you know what? Let's go over there. Actually, I've done a few things that weren't gonna be in the episode, but I might as well show them because I need. This short episode's gonna be really short anyway, so I might as well do a few more things in this episode here. It's always going to be late, sorry, it's going to be Sunday night instead of, or really early Monday morning instead of usual Saturday, but yeah. Anyways, yeah, so what I've done is I haven't really done anything. I've added a few more chests here. And then there's, where is the temple? And of course, you saw me flatten the island at the beginning of the episode, but I've actually gone ahead and flattened this island over here. I'm not sure, remember, it used to be like it had a big hill with one tree on top of it. It's kind of comical looking island over there. And I've actually just left it in sand because it was merged out of sand. I think it'd be cool to have different materials with different islands. And there's the water temple over there. You can see it just loading in now. And if we look to the left, I believe, another temple, the ocean temple, you should see an island coming into view in a second here. I think we'll just go swimming over there, and I flattened yet another island over there, because I don't know. Oh, it's over here. Anyways, you can see it coming into a view there. So I'm going to flatten that whole island. I haven't lit it up yet. Oh, have I? Actually, there's one block left there. That's kind of weird. I haven't lit it up. Or I haven't like finished the surface either. So I don't know. We could actually theoretically put the entrance, the base on that island too. The underwater passageway that's going to go to this base, and then from that base to the farm. But I'm not sure yet. We'll see. Maybe well, actually, it might be a better plan is to have an entrance from that island and that island, and I'm gonna have a bridge, you know, over on ground bridge, over ground bridge, not underwater. It's gonna go from that island to that island, and then between those 2 little islands there too. They're really far apart. I'm gonna get that with 1 block left. That's kind of annoying me. Also on this island there's an entrance to a cave, most likely a large cave system. I imagine I haven't actually explored it. Let's pop down there actually and see, because I'm gonna obviously need to access the cave system around here to light it up. There's also one really small island over there. I'm not exactly sure if I'm gonna flatten or not because it's getting pretty far away from. But yeah, there's a big cave system over here. That's weird. That water is pushing out. That we should be able to go ahead and start lighting up because obviously for the farm rates, lighting it up for a good distance around would be a good idea. But yeah, that's this episode's been kind of interesting with technical problems and stuff like that. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it. It's gonna be kind of weird for you watching it. And also my voice is really dying, so I need to stop recording and get this episode published. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this roundabout episode. See you later. Bye.